Copy. Main chute descent rate nominal 1,000 meters for Dragon.
We copy 1,000 meters.
Great visual confirmation as well as those comms that the 4 main parachutes have deployed. Again, we are going to be slowing down the vehicle from 350 miles per hour all the way down to just about 15, 16 miles per hour by the time that the vehicle touches down and splashes down into the ocean.
Exactly right. You mentioned these beautiful visual confirmations that we're getting. An important aspect of today's specific splashdown is that it's occurring at night.
SpaceX Dragon 800.
Copy 800 meters.
Commander Peggy Whitson confirming the spacecraft's altitude as it's making its descent into the Pacific Ocean just off the coast of San Diego in Southern California.
Yes, love that it's coming off the coast of my hometown.
600 meters.
600 meters.
And at 600 meters, we're just under a minute before that expected splashdown. The landing in water is a lot simpler and more reliable. Provides a little bit of margin against unlikely parachute issues. We did have to learn how to make Dragon waterproof as we are splashing down into the ocean. But
SpaceX copies 400 meters. Reminder to brace for splashdown.
Oh, that's a pretty cool view.
Yeah. That's right. Maintaining the vehicle's signature through things like cloud layer and any kind of atmospheric disturbance allows us to maintain visual contact with the vehicle as it's making its final descent towards water landing.
And it's a little foggy, as you can see there.
Yeah, Pacific fog is rolling in.
We've got some very bright lights as Dragon, you can see the ocean there. Dragon is about to touch down in just a few seconds here.
And working their way towards the vehicle are the SpaceX and Axiom support teams that will be present for the next phase of our splashdown coverage today. At this point, we'll be waiting for confirmation of the crew's safe landing, and then we'll move into the phases of this mission, which are really, let's recover the vehicle, let's recover the crew, let's make our assessments, and at that point, we'll be covering.
And we have splashdown of the AX-4 crew back on planet Earth.
Welcome home.
SpaceX Dragon splashdown. We are in Stable 1.
SpaceX copies splashdown in Stable 1. On behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
And thanks for the great ride and the safe trip, and Grace is happy to be back.
We are happy to have you back home safely as well.
Some words between the Corps and our commander, Peggy Whitson, as the AX-4 crew has made it back home, splashed down at
Dragon. SpaceX, for your awareness, SISTI system verifications are in progress. I will report back when recovery personnel are en route.
Dragon.
Yeah, so now you can see a couple fast boats are going to be approaching the Dragon spacecraft. They're going to start with making sure that the spacecraft is safe. They're going to do some sniff checks. They're going to pick up those main parachutes. As Dragon splashed down, the chutes were immediately cut to make sure there's no safety issues there. So we'll pick up those main parachutes up. And Once the crew deems that the spacecraft is safe, then our recovery vessel Shannon can begin to approach and begin the recovery process. So we are now eagerly waiting on recovery of our Dragon spacecraft with the AX-4 crew. Dragon has already autonomously completed several steps to save itself following splashdown.
So for those of you just joining us, the return of AX-4 has gone smoothly so far, and we just got great confirmation that crew has splashed down. So Dragon successfully re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, followed by deployment of its parachutes to slow the spacecraft down to a gentle 15 miles per hour. And at that point, they successfully splashed down in the Pacific Ocean at 2:31 a.m. Pacific time, off the coast of Southern California. So at this point, like you mentioned, Jesse, we are just waiting for Dragon's recovery from Shannon.
Yeah, upon detection of landing, Dragon automatically releases the main parachutes to prevent wind from pulling the spacecraft. Dragon then automatically saves any pyrotechnics still present on the vehicle and may automatically perform additional minor system reconfigurations. The astronauts remain seated and in their suits at this point, but the onboard air conditioning keeps temperatures in check inside the spacecraft, and the communication systems on board remain powered so the crew can continue to communicate.
And as we're watching, SpaceX has 2 fast boats in the recovery fleet, which move very quickly to get to the splashdown point. And those are being followed by Shannon, the main recovery vessel, which will move into position upwind of the spacecraft. The 2 fast boats have very specific roles here in these operations. The first fast boat makes initial contact and is focused on immediate safety inspection of the vehicle, checking for vehicle integrity and any presence of hypergolic propellant vapors. This ensures that it's safe for Shannon to approach the Dragon spacecraft. Now, once Dragon is cleared for full approach, the team begins rigging the spacecraft for water recovery by the recovery ship. The second fast boat is responsible for parachute recovery and also serves a redundant boat to the first. So we'll also see a team member on a jet ski helping to gather up the now detached parachutes that you mentioned came off, Jesse.
Yeah, and it'll take a little over 10 minutes for the recovery crew to complete their safety checks. Then once they're complete, the team will begin preparing Dragon to be lifted into the recovery vessel. As part of the preparation for this lift, one member of the recovery team will climb on top of the spacecraft so that they can attach Dragon's hoist rings and connect the lifting lines. Now,
from 24th onwards, they would be having team discussions with the experts from the ISRO. Then for the next 3-4 days that will continue, after which they would be spending time having separate discussions with the representatives of Axiom, representatives of SpaceX and representatives of NASA separately. That's called debriefing. And after that is accomplished, which will go on for about maybe nearly 2 weeks, till about 12th or 13th of April, then they'll start preparations for returning home in case of Shubhanshu to return back to India. So that could be around 14th or 15th. The preparations will begin. And as of now, we speculate that he should be with us over here on the 17th of August.
17th of August.
जैसा मैंने कहा कि विश्व के लिए ये गर्व का पल तो है ही है, भारत के लिए एक अद्भुत आनंद का पल कि भारत मां का एक सुपुत्र आज कामयाबी से लौटा है, एक ऐसे प्रयोग से, एक ऐसी यात्रा से जिसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए गए जो पहले कभी ना किए गए थे, लेकिन जिनका समस्त मानव जाति के लिए महत्व रहेगा। और जैसे मोदी जी हमें हमेशा सिखाते हैं वसुदेव कुटुंबकम, और साथ ही साथ हमें याद करवाते हैं कि भारत को विश्व बंधु बनकर के अपनी भूमिका निभानी है। आज वास्तव में विश्व बंधु के रूप में शुभांशु ने हमारी तर्जुमानी करते हुए वो काम वहां अंजाम दिया है, और ये कह सकते हैं कि अंतरिक्ष में एक स्थायी स्थान भारत को आज स्थापित करने का अवसर भी रहा, सफलता भी रही। And as I said, in the true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and also in the true spirit of discharging the role of Vishwabandhu as envisaged by Prime Minister Modi, a son of Mother India has accomplished for the entire mankind some of such experiments which were never conducted before, but which would have a bearing, which would have relevance for the mankind across the world, across the planet Earth. Thank you. और इसमें हाँ वापसी का जरिए हिंदी में बता देते हैं कि अभी रात को 11:30 बजे के लगभग वहां से उनकी रवानगी होगी, हॉस्टल पहुंचना होगा 8:30, 8:30 और 9 के बीच में, जो हिंदुस्तानी टाइम है, भारत इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम, 8:30 और 9 के लगभग उनकी रवानगी होगी वहां से। अभी वो लैंड हुए हैं ऑफ द कैलिफोर्निया कोस्ट सैन डिएगो में। 8:30-9 बजे के वहां से रवाना होने के बाद उसके पश्चात लगभग 2.5-3 घंटे का रास्ता है, 11:30 बजे तक लगभग हूस्टन पहुंचेंगे। अगले 5-6 दिन रिहेबिलिटेशन की एक्सरसाइज चलेगी, क्योंकि उन्हें they'll have to get used to the Earth's atmosphere and the Earth's milieu। लगभग 23 तारीख तक ये क्रम मुकम्मल होगा और तत्पश्चात लगभग 1 सप्ताह उनकी टीम डिस्कशन चलेंगी इसरो के जो हमारे प्रतिनिधि हैं उनके साथ, और तत्पश्चात फिर लगभग 15 दिन से अप टू ऑलमोस्ट 13th और 14th ऑफ अगस्त उनकी डीब्रीफिंग के सेशंस रहेंगे अलग अलग जो इसमें स्टेक होल्डर्स थे, जो पार्टनर्स थे, एक्सियम की टीम के साथ, नासा की टीम के साथ, स्पेसएक्स की टीम के साथ, और फिर 14-15 के लगभग अगस्त उनकी वापसी की तैयारी होगी। और जैसा कि अभी योजना बनाई गई है उसके मुताबिक हम ये उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि
मतलब आभार प्रकट करते हैं जिन्होंने हमारे बच्चे को आशीर्वाद दिया और मिशन पूरा हुआ, उसके लिए सबको हम आभार प्रकट करते हैं और ईश्वर को धन्यवाद।
आपकी आखिरी बात कल हुई थी, क्या कुछ उस समय बात हुई थी? अब तो पूरा मिशन कंप्लीट हो गया, क्या कहना चाहिए? धन्यवाद, आप सबको धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद और साथ में आप लोगों का भी धन्यवाद, जो आप लोगों ने इतना सबको दिखाया, पूरी मेहनत की, दुनिया को दिखाया कि कैसे गया और कैसे आया बेटा, मतलब पूरा आप लोगों ने दिखाया। इसके लिए आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
आंटी थोड़ा इमोशनल भी हो गई थी आप उस वक्त जब लैंडिंग
बेटा इतने दिन बाद लौटा है तो थोड़ा सा भावुक होना बनता है,
लेकिन खुशी
बहुत ज्यादा।
कल बात हुई थी, क्या कुछ बात हुई थी, क्या कह रहे थे आखिरी समय में?
कल नहीं बात हुई है, परसों बात हुई थी।
खुशी की आवाज है, आपको धन्यवाद है, सबको धन्यवाद है,
सबको धन्यवाद है, बहुत खुश है,
पूरा परिवार खुश है।
बहुत बड़ा मिशन करके आया।
आप जाओ इधर
We still have something to watch. आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। And we are so happy. We have next step right now. Please watch that immediately. It's important one. Very important. He is coming out of the cupola. That coupon. Please watch that.
ये देखो एक ये
अरे वो ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये तो हो जाएगी थोड़ी
जी बिल्कुल। अभी आप देख रहे हैं कितना इम्पोर्टेंट मूवमेंट चल रहा है, सारा
శుభాంశు శుక్ల ప్రస్తుతం భూమిని చేరిన విజువల్స్ మనం చూస్తున్నాం. కాలిఫోర్నియా తీరంలో స్పేస్ ఎక్స్ క్రూ డ్రాగన్ గ్రేస్ స్ప్లాష్ ల్యాండ్ అయింది. ఆ విజువల్స్ మనం చూస్తున్నాం. తర్వాత ఆ డ్రాగన్ క్రూ గ్రేస్ నుంచి క్రూ మొత్తం కూడా బయటకు రాబోతోంది. మరి కాసేపట్లోనే శుభాంశు శుక్ల ఈ వ్యోమ నౌక నుంచి బయటకు రాబోతున్న దృశ్యాలు కూడా చూస్తున్నాం. మరోవైపు ఆయన కుటుంబం మొత్తం కూడా ఆయన తిరిగి భూమికి రావడాన్ని సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటోంది. క్షేమంగా భూమికి చేరుకున్నందుకు వాళ్ళంతా కూడా చాలా ఆనందంగా పండగ వాతావరణం ప్రస్తుతం మొత్తం కుటుంబంలో నెలకొన్న పరిస్థితి కూడా మనం చూస్తున్నాం. రాకేష్ శర్మ తర్వాత రెండవ భారతీయుడు అంతర్జాతీయ అంతరిక్ష కేంద్రానికి చేరుకున్న రెండవ భారతీయుడు శుభాంశు శుక్ల కాసేపటి క్రితమే కాలిఫోర్నియా తీరంలోని పసిఫిక్ జలాల్లో ఈ క్యాప్స్యూల్ స్ప్లాష్ ల్యాండ్ అయింది. స్పేస్ ఎక్స్ డ్రాగన్ గ్రేస్ వ్యోమనౌక భారత కాలమానం ప్రకారం కాసేపటి క్రితమే స్ప్లాష్ ల్యాండ్ కావడాన్ని మనం చూసాం. వెల్కమ్ హోమ్ శుభాంశు శుక్ల అంటూ కూడా యావత్ భారతం శుభాంశు శుక్లకి స్వాగతం పలకడం కూడా మనకి కనిపించింది. అటు ఇస్రో టీం, నాసా టీం, అదేవిధంగా స్పేస్ ఎక్స్ టీం తోటి ఆయన డీబ్రీఫింగ్ కొంతకాలం ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా వారం రోజుల పాటు భూ వాతావరణానికి అలవాటు పడేలాగా కొంత క్వారంటైన్లో ఆయన ఉండబోతున్నారు. భూ వాతావరణానికి అలవాటు పడిన తర్వాత ఆయన బయట ప్రపంచంలో అడుగు పెడతారు. ఇటు భారత్ చేపట్టబోతున్న గగన్యాన్ మిషన్కి శుభాంశు శుక్ల ఈ అంతరిక్ష యానం అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో ఆయన నుంచి ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ తీసుకోబోతోంది ఇస్రో.